Hi guys, as usual, it's a rush job as usual. Haven't had a chance to notify anyone. I got a lovely Tina with me. I'll quickly put it on Facebook. How is everyone? I hear footsteps. Footsteps. Let me just move over a minute so they can see you. There we go. Right. Okay, what's this coffee? Because it's hot. Move a bit nearer to me. Hang on. There we go. Now you have to look at that. Oops, do you want to sit on my lap a little bit? Okay. So, yes, Mummy's going to the gym with Rio. Well, Mum's going to the gym. She won't be long. Rio's
Because she's been to the gym, yeah.
He works at the gym. So,
Also, Rio and Giovanni have earrings.
oh yes, Rio and Gio both had their ears pierced. So we're just chilling out in the morning, got a nice coffee. Today we are going to dedicate our day to, we need to carry on discussing the release of this book, Elvis and Me Too, I call it. Softly as I Leave You. Doesn't really matter what she calls it. We're not happy about it. We did some brilliant live streams yesterday exposing some of the very, very serious wrongdoing of Priscilla concerning Lisa Marie. And I'll be honest with you, we had Amy Collett helped us a lot yesterday. So many people have been thanking Amy, which is well deserved, because she put so much time and effort and research for nothing, for free, to defend Elvis, to defend Lisa. Obviously, Amy loves and adores Elvis, Lisa, Finley, Harper, Riley. So, all right, mate, go on then. So basically, we have to carry on discussing. Hi, Marianne. How are you? Yeah, sweet Tina. So, I've decided, Marianne, I decided that I need to carry on discussing this book. So I come across Elaine's post on our Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page, and I thought, let's read the comments. Yeah, come on. We as Elvis fans, we are still outraged that this book's happening, because I've had quite a few comments come in, and they're all like, "Oh, it doesn't make sense." Yeah, that Priscilla, basically left him around the end of 1971, then demanded a divorce, ran off with Mike Stone, taking poor little Lisa Marie with her. And then, we could go on and on. We could talk about the abuse of Michael Edwards, what happened with Priscilla's boyfriend, but that's stepping forward. If we just step back a bit and we just concentrate on when the divorce happened, the official divorce, they divorced around, I think, was it October 73? My point is, so they were over, game over, divorced. She went and lived with another man, taking her daughter with her, leaving Elvis to pick up the pieces. Yeah. So does any of it make sense that Priscilla had literally spent her whole life acting like they're still married and still together, never split up? Priscilla acting like she has never had any other boyfriend. She's had no other life. Priscilla acting like her whole life was just Elvis. Elvis. Yeah, you get it, guys? It doesn't make sense. Never talking about Marco Garibaldi, who she was with for over 20 years. Doesn't mention him, ever. In fact, I put it to you, Priscilla never talks about any boyfriend she's ever had. Now, I personally think Priscilla thinks that we're a bit dumb, that we're a bit gullible, a bit stupid. Priscilla, and in some ways, maybe she's right, because many of the public around the world still act as if Priscilla is still married to Elvis, still in love with Elvis, which is just bizarre to me. Yeah. Now, we the fans, we know, we're not dumb. We the fans, we're completely aware of the con, the trick the scam, the game that Priscilla has always played. The poor victim, the poor wife, the wife who still loves her husband Elvis. This is the game she played. You know, the downtrodden mother who found Lisa Marie Presley difficult to handle. Get it? You see, it's very simple. The game Priscilla played. It's very basic. It's like, poor me. Oh, and I had a difficult daughter. I've struggled. A single mum. I don't know how I've managed. Oh, and now I've lost people. You know, I've lost Benjamin. I've lost Lisa. I lost my mother. So, you know, life has been so hard for me. This is the game Priscilla played. But she can't hide the way that she puts herself around. Yeah? She can't hide like all these personal appearances. She's had many, many personal appearances. She's received quite a few awards in the name of Elvis, really. Looking very happy, loving life. You go to any of her posts, Priscilla looks very happy. Like, there's quite a few things. Go on YouTube. Go back a year, 2 years. A very happy looking Priscilla Presley. Enjoying the benefits of fame, being Elvis's ex. Many very wealthy men pouring money all over her. Pouring money all over Priscilla. Treating her like royalty, like a queen. It's Matt Rhonda's topic today was Priscilla Bueller's new book. All right, has Rhonda done a video? I didn't even know that. I've only just woke up. Marianne will review that on part 2. On part 2, yeah? This is part 1. And we're going to review Rhonda's... yeah, we'll do a part 3 as well. So anyway, I just want to quickly read a few comments off this Facebook page. And we will definitely go on to Presley Mania's video and review that. She's great. We love Presley Mania. We love Rhonda. She's great. Yeah, we will, mate. We will. So, Elaine posted this. Me and Elaine, we have an interesting time together. She definitely puts me in my place. Oh, right. Okay, mate. Well, I love Elaine. She's great. She's a great researcher. She knows her stuff. Yeah, remember, I don't class myself as a researcher. I'm just a fan that runs a YouTube channel that has always been completely, how can I say it, consumed in Elvis since I was 4 years old. I can't help it. The head is a giveaway. I had a quiff when I was 4 years old. It's never left me. Through thick and thin, I've always had the quiff. Anyway, so I'm going to read her words, and then we're going to look at some comments. It will be interesting to see how Priscilla Bueller writes about Elvis in her book. In my opinion, she will not trash him in an obvious way. In this book, it will be in her own interest not to. And why, do you ask? She says. Well, her mission now is to secure burial at Gracelands, the meditation garden. It would make no sense to trash him. It would be counterproductive. Of course, there will be other factors at play here in making that decision. As for Lisa, she will also be very careful here too, but she will still be making it look like Lisa was too young to remember things, and that happened to her, and play on her issues as a child, teenager. She will use this to her advantage. She does, doesn't she? She does, yeah? We must remember Bueller needs to win back Elvis fans who went against her after Lisa's book that Riley finished. And it's true. From Here to the Great Unknown did some damage for Priscilla. Priscilla, I think, acts like that book never happened, yeah? Completely plays it down, yeah? Basically never discusses it, never praises her daughter for that book. I've never heard, really, not properly, I've never heard it brought up in interviews. And when a couple of times I've seen it brought up in interviews, she discards it. Yeah. Don't forget the book signing at Gracelands that I think she walked into. Just literally, I think she just wasn't welcome, but she just made sure she was there. She just made that all about herself. She turned the tables. Instead of it being Riley's book signing event with Nicole Richie at Gracelands, it became an opportunity for Priscilla to have her say. Yeah. Which completely goes against the world knowing about the book From Here to the Great Unknown, which does feel like it has been swept under the carpet and forgotten about, even though it has these horrible allegations in it about Michael Edwards, alleged allegation, and it exposes Priscilla's bad parenting. So the book, from Priscilla's point of view, is like it never happened. Yeah. So as for Lisa, she will let's have a look. We must remember the Bueller's need to win back Elvis fans who went against her after the book. Right. Even the title is a clue. A softer approach may be, who knows. I, for one, will be reading her new book, as I feel you can't comment, defend, and expose if you don't read or listen to the book. So, secondhand information to base your opinion on is fine, but for me, it won't be enough in this case. These are just my thoughts. Elaine's right. Unless we know the details of the book, what Priscilla puts in the book, how do we defend? We can't defend without knowing, which has made me think lately that maybe we have to start going through the original book, Elvis and Me, again. So obviously YouTube doesn't let us read books page for page. We can pick out bits, we can comment, we can review and critique it, but we can't read it page for page. So right, let's just click on comments. This is just a short video this morning before my daughter wakes up. When my daughter wakes up, I'll have a little break and then I'll come back. Right. So Tammy, I'll read it. I won't buy it. So when I was looking earlier, I saw. So what I'm trying to show you guys is how do the Priscilla fans react to the release of the book? Because if you go on to Priscilla's Facebook page or Instagram page, the fans are so happy. I'm on about the Priscilla fans. Yeah, they're like, "Wow, you're bringing out a new book. I can't wait. I've already pre-ordered it." Let me just get your comments up so I can see your comments, guys. Did you go on? So the fans are like, "Yeah, Priscilla's bringing out a new book." They're hurrying to pre-order it. Yeah. By the way, be careful when you pre-order anything, guys, because there's a lot of scamming out there. I pre-ordered the From Here to the Great Unknown book, and I never received that book. So be careful when you pre-order. So Karen says, I will also be reading this book myself, and I can't speak freely about the content. It's true. And Karen says it will be full of fabricated stories, lies. Yeah. So I wanted to read out. There was one particular comment I saw that I wanted to read out that really sort of ripped into Elaine and really sort of had a go at her. So the problem we've got is we're defending Elvis. This is our defending Elvis Facebook page. You've got the Priscilla fans who used to be Elvis fans, who have now become Priscilla fans. They still call themselves Elvis fans. Now, this is just my opinion, guys. How can you be a Priscilla fan? No, I reword that. How can you be an Elvis fan if you support Priscilla, knowing the wrongdoing that she has done? There's so much wrongdoing. I keep saying this, guys. Okay, Elvis may have been unfaithful, but what else did he do wrong? What else did he do wrong to Priscilla? Whereas with Priscilla, there are hundreds, dozens of things that she has done that are so wrong on so many levels, not just to Elvis, to Lisa, to Riley, to Finley and Harper. We could spend all day talking about it. So I was just wanted to see if I could, I can't see the comment here. I might have to look on my phone, but there was one comment that I saw. You know, people come out with the usual thing. They say, oh, he's the only one that she's the only one that Elvis married. She's the only one that had Elvis's child. And they use that as an excuse. They use that like, oh, because of that, he loved her. Right. Oh, I think Amy has commented here. Let's have a look at Amy. From her statement in People magazine where she says she had to leave Elvis so she had a daughter and could survive, she's absolutely going to do the same old song and dance. She's a victim as per usual, which is going to be just as damaging. Also, in the same press release, she states her 10-year relationship to Elvis, again damaging in a roundabout way, alluding to be in a relationship with him at 14. She will play the victim card again. It's all she knows how to do. I agree. She's very practiced in playing the victim. And this whole thing of, oh, I was with him from age 14. It's another lie. It's another lie. It will just be more subtle this time. She calls Lisa headstrong. Again, another dig. Yet says having a little bridge troll enriched her life. Make no mistake. She's going to do plenty of damage about Elvis herself. It's all she knows. Tino, come on, because I can't do my show if you have it loud. Turn it down, you little monkey. There's a lot of comment. Oh, actually, I remember now. Right, I've just remembered where it is. I put it. So I found. Let me just get this off a second. I found. Let's see if I can click on it. Priscilla's Facebook page. It just came up on my feed. Let me cut it up. Now, she, let's see if it comes up, guys. Let's see if it comes. Is it this one? She's obviously, this is her picture she's using. This one here, the Softly As I Leave You picture. People are wondering how she got permission to use that picture. But from memory, guys, this is her picture. This picture, from my memory, belongs to her. Yeah? She's in it. It was taken of her. So I think, because people are trying to go, oh, who gave her permission to use that picture? And they're trying to blame people. I just think it's her picture. And she's allowed to use it. No different than if I had a picture with me in it. I'm allowed to use it. Just my opinion, guys. Someone even tried to blame Riley. I'm like, nah. So here we go. So here we go, guys. Yeah. So I noticed this. Priscilla Presley has posted this on her Facebook. I'm excited to share with you that I have completed my new memoir, Softly As I Leave You, to be published this September. I have learned so much about love, grief, joy, transformation in the years since I lost Elvis. I am finally ready to share my personal journey with you in the hope that it will help you on your own. Now, just that alone, in the years since I lost Elvis, why does everyone fall for this? She never lost Elvis. They divorced. She went off. She was unfaithful. She took Lisa with her. She chose to live with Mike Stone, the karate champion, after already being unfaithful with another man, Steve Pett, the dance instructor. She took Lisa away from her father and lived with Mike Stone for 4 years. So she says on here, in the years since I lost Elvis. She never lost Elvis because they have been separated, divorced for 5 years, more or less. So, but the public, this is how gullible the public are. We, the fans, we understand. But public fall for this. So they're like, oh, poor Priscilla, she lost Elvis. Hang on a minute. They divorced. She had other boyfriends. When Elvis died, she was living with another man. She was in bed with another man. Do you get it, guys? She chose to have the divorce. I know that people say, oh, Elvis filed for the divorce and all that. No, she demanded that divorce. When she was caught being unfaithful, she demanded a divorce. Mike Stone has already said in interviews that she told him, I'm having a divorce. There was no question. No question. People don't always like to hear this. It's the truth. She was having a divorce. Like it or lump it. Now, of course, Elvis was infuriated, angry and upset. He may have also demanded the divorce. I accept that. But she was having a divorce. Yeah? So when she says, in the years since I lost him, it's so unfair. So unfair. Because she never lost him. She walked out. She walked away from him. She abandoned him. She left him at home to pick up the pieces while she dragged off the most important person in her life, at least in his life, Lisa Marie, to a stranger's home. Remember, Lisa Marie Presley was forced to live with a stranger. You're not going to change that. That's what happened. Priscilla was with another man. She did not lose him. So in the years since I lost him, it's a con, it's a trick. It's a way of conning the public into thinking that once Elvis died or once they separated, she lost him. It's bullshit. It's complete bullshit. Don't fall for it, guys. So this is her Facebook page. So I was reading some of the comments. Now, most of the comments are all kissing Priscilla's ass, thanking her, saying they're going to buy it. Look, here we go. That's what your story is still about Elvis and your life will always be, even though you... Right, here, this is a good comment. Let's read this. Madeleine. Your story is still about Elvis and your life will always be, even though you chose to leave him. But in reality, you never left. What could possibly be different if you are still living in the shadow? Is your book going to tell us simply try to convince otherwise? Let's just keep going. But here we go. You were only 14 when you met Elvis at that age. I was still playing with my dolls. How could your parents allow it? See, so this is, again, part of the con, the trick, that they briefly met in Bad Nauheim. She was 14, Elvis was 24. But it doesn't say that they were just friends. She didn't move over to Graceland till she was nearly 18. She didn't marry him till she was nearly 22. Get it, guys? This is all part of the trickster. Remember, even when they did get married, it didn't last. Within a year, she was unfaithful. Do people know this? People talk about this like 14-year relationship. It's bullshit. I would say if you break it down properly, if you do your research and understand what happened from the moment they got engaged to the moment they divorced, well, even that, 4 to 5 years. But hang on, there's more to deduct. She's secretly seeing Mike Stone through the end of 70 to 71 up until 72. So there's over a good year they're secretly seeing each other. So you know that the relationship between Elvis and Priscilla was over around 1971. It's over, yeah? Now remember, they got married in 67. She was unfaithful in 68, around March, April, when Lisa Marie was just a baby. They got married May the 1st, 1967, yeah? Engaged December 66. So you know the relationship was very short. The marriage relationship, yeah? The marriage part of it. So people say 10 years, 14 years. No, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. The relationship was a couple of years. Then it went wrong when she was unfaithful with Steve Peck, the dance instructor. And then very soon after that, she does it again with Mike Stone, the karate champion. So this very incorrect thought that the general public have that Elvis was with Priscilla for 10 years, 14 years, from the age of 14, it's all a big lie. It's all a big lie. Right, let's keep reading. So obviously you get loads of people now praising it. Oh, it's wonderful news. They can't wait to order it. I want to pre-order it. So I'm just reading all the comments.
Okay.
All right, love. My wife's off out a minute. Can't wait to read it. I have pre-ordered it. Right, so Glenn Brown quickly says, oh, you lived off his name. Yeah? So, look, I followed you since the beginning. You just keep going and giving your amazing example of what elegance and beauty is. See, none of these people have done their research. None of these people understand the serious harm that Priscilla did to Elvis's image, reputation, and all the lies that were told. Yeah, let me just get a couple of my books. Now, what I'm trying to say, guys, is this is our problem as fans. Yeah? We know the truth. We've done loads of research. We interact daily. We've been defending Elvis and Lisa Marie and the bloodline for well over a year now. But the general public, they don't know the truth. So when they're commenting on Priscilla's Facebook page, they really have bought in to the brainwashing of the public, that Priscilla did nothing wrong, that Elvis was the bad guy, Elvis was the reason the relationship, the marriage failed, yeah, because of unfaithfulness, because of drugs. They don't know the truth. They don't understand that Priscilla's wrongdoing is serious, like very serious. We're talking, in some ways, almost criminal. Just an opinion, guys, for entertainment purposes. They don't understand that Elvis was the victim, that Priscilla has been twisting the truth and lying for 40 years, guys. Now, I've always said it. This is a book of lies. You've heard me say it again and again and again. This is a book of lies. The truth has been completely twisted in this book. But the general public at large have fallen for this book. They see it as a beautiful romance that went wrong and it was Elvis's fault. They don't see the truth. Now, then we have books like this, which expose the abuse. You right, mate? It's all right, my son's coming. Expose the abuse of Michael Edwards, the alleged abuse, just for opinions only. What is that? Biscuit. All right. All right. Is it? Okay. Go on then. Love you. I'm just going to top up my coffee, but guys, 1 second. So let's get a bit of YouTube up. Let's see if we can. I'm going to read some more of these comments, but I also want to play, if I can, a couple of. All right, go on then. You go and have it. Me and Tina are together. Yasmin, when Yasmin wakes up, I'm going to have a break. She'll be awake soon. Tina is nearly 5. Yasmin is 8. Right. So let's have a look. Priscilla's new book. Morning, guys. Yeah. So let's play a video of someone just mentioning the release of the book. Let's have a look. Now, Presley Mania has done. We're going to review Presley Mania's video of the book on part 2. Yeah. So that's going to happen. Actually, I need my earphones. I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched it, but we're going to review it together. We're going to watch it together for the first time. Okay, guys? Presley Mania is amazing. Please subscribe to her. Right. What is this? Let's see if anyone else. Yeah. Should we play this little clip? Because this clip here really shows a side to Priscilla that is part of the game. Let's play it. I know this upsets many people, but guys, this is nearer to the truth.
Dog is my little companion. So here we are at the 40th anniversary of LCA. How special is this organization to you and all the work that they do?
It's very important for me. I've been an animal lover ever since I was a little girl. My first dog was when I was 5 years old. And I fell in love with that dog. He was my little companion. And I've had a dog all my life. I've got 3 right now. But if I had a ranch, I'd probably have a whole field full of dogs. They're very important to me. They're my support. They're everything. And so I'm here to support Chris and what he does, and in a big way. So we need to get more people involved. I welcome them to give support for him for Last Chance for Animals. Yes.
And Chris does such amazing work. How special is it that he gets to keep this organization going and have people like you to come out and support and keep it alive?
Well, there's a lot of animal lovers out there. They don't even know, where to go to. Having Chris, Last Chance for Animals, joining him, if they want to help out, join him and his crusade to help these animals stay alive, not eaten. And that's what's going on in Korea. So we're trying to absolutely stop that. He went over to Korea and talked to the people. It's going to take a while, but I think they got the message big time.
And I have to know, you recently returned to Graceland for Lisa Marie's new book. What has the reception been like from readers around the world who may have read the book?
What is the reception? I think they like it. My daughter, I love her to death. I mean, she was a big heart. But she would come out and say what she felt at the moment, which I think and admire her for that. And then she'll regret it.
Where's the remote? You must be bad internet, isn't it? There we are, it's working. Alright, don't worry, we've got it sorted, mate. Got it sorted. Sorted peanuts. Shh, remember we're live.
We had attorneys and bankers, and we had a meeting. I was one of the executors to the estate. And one of the attorneys said, after the few of these meetings, said, well, we're going to have to sell Graceland. And I looked at him, and I never felt so, how can I say, strong on my conviction, is that will never happen.
Oh, well, that's a good... Sorry, guys, I know what this is. I've watched this before. This is perfect. Remember, I've always said to you guys, I've always said it to you, that woman did not save Gracelands. It was already being saved. It was already planned. The Living Museum, Memphis City were heavily involved in preserving Gracelands. And it was so obvious that Elvis was so good for Memphis, had done so much with his life and transformed the world. Memphis was Elvis before the crash. They had already been drawing up all the plans to create the Living Museum. They knew the Living Museum was going to be a success because so many people were visiting the gravesite, Elvis and Gladys. So this is all part of the con. I think I'm going to go with this. Morning, Dan. This is all part of the con. I saved Graceland. Elvis is remembered because of me. And then the whole world applauds Priscilla for saving Graceland, for saving the museum, for keeping Elvis's memory alive. Yeah, it's all a scam, guys. None of it's true. None of it's true. Her involvement in Gracelands, in the Living Museum, has always been about her making money. It's always been that for her. It's always been that for her. There are many things that went on. Remember, this is an entertainment show. It's opinions only, not fact, just my thoughts as a fan. There is so much wrongdoing that went on behind the scenes. There's a chance here that Priscilla almost bankrupt Graceland. Yeah? With the second divorce settlement. Yeah? demanding a massive amount of money, even to the day Elvis died, that I think, in my opinion, they were still arguing over money. Yeah? So don't fall for this scam, guys. She's repeated this again and again and again, and the public have fallen for it. So let's press play.
I looked at him straight in the eye. Never happened. So he goes, "We're running out of money." And I said, "We're not selling Graceland." So that's when I went out to start searching for someone to help me, guide me, assist me, partner with me, anything to help.
So
I know which way to put earphones in.
yeah, I think that one goes in that ear. Yeah. So guys, now I don't care what anyone says. Graceland was never going to be sold. It was never going to be sold. Memphis City were going to make sure of that. At the very worst case scenario is Memphis City would have become much more involved in it. Now, when she says, I went out searching, yeah? Now, let me just pause that. Now, remember, Jack Sodden was dealing with everything with Morgan Maxwell. Jack Sodden was Morgan Maxwell's assistant. They were all dealing with the city, Memphis City. It was all, the plans had been drawn up. It was all happening, yeah? So, after Morgan Maxwell dies in the plane crash, it was very easy for Priscilla to just go to Jack Sodden, who was Morgan Maxwell's assistant in this project of opening the Living Museum, dealing with Memphis City, to do with Graceland, how they were going to preserve it. She has twisted the story and made it all about herself. It was a great opportunity for her to jump on the bandwagon and claim all the success herself. It was a great opportunity for her to grab Jack Sodden and go, come on, you've done all the hard work. Let's both benefit. Let's face it, guys. Jack Sodden and Priscilla have done very, very, very well from this, from the launching of the museum. Done very well. But the one who has done the best is Priscilla, because she has spent over 40 years claiming full credit for saving Graceland, for the idea of the Living Museum, for promoting the Living Museum, as well as Jack Sodden, yeah? When the truth is very different. Even if there was no Priscilla, say Priscilla didn't exist, they were always going to preserve the Living Museum. They were always going to open it as a Living Museum. Does anyone think even for a second that if Priscilla wasn't here, had disappeared in 1970, yeah, that people wouldn't have forgotten, no, people would have forgotten Elvis, that the Living Museum would have been torn apart and sold off in pieces, that Memphis City wouldn't have got involved and saved and preserved Graceland, the museum and the building, yeah? This is the scam. It's been very easy for Priscilla to tell this story because the public are very gullible. She just says, oh, you know, Elvis passed, someone had to save the day and I stepped in and I had this great idea to do a Living Museum. They were just about to sell it all off and break it into little pieces. I stopped them selling it, and the public fall for it. The public fall for it. It is not true. That is not what happened. This was a business opportunity for Priscilla. This was a business opportunity for Jack Sodden. There was a lot of money to be made here. Yeah, it was always a sure thing. She says, oh, do you know what? I don't know if it was going to work. It was a massive gamble. We were worried. No one would come. No one would come. We weren't sure. But within months, we had recouped our investment. More lies. More lies. It was a sure thing. It was. They knew it. There was hundreds of people visiting the graves, Gladys and Elvis's grave, every day in the meditation garden. It was a sure thing. They knew it. I even read somewhere that they had even bought 14 tour vehicles to do the tour of the Living Museum. That tells you everything, if that's true. Yeah. I know you are, mate. You're loving it, aren't you? So don't be conned. Let's play a little bit more.
I said, Jack, what if you help me? What if you partner with me on opening Graceland? And Jack just, looked at me and he goes, well, sure. I mean, absolutely. And agreed to get started, rolled the sleeves up, and had many, many meetings. And
now remember, why did Jack Sodden help her? He was dealing with it. Him and Morgan Maxwell, Memphis City, I think even other people were involved at some point. Maybe even Colonel Tom Parker, definitely Vernon, yeah. The whole Living Museum idea was hot to trot. And then Priscilla eventually maneuvers herself in a position of power, probably based on, I'm guessing, based on the fact she was owed money on the lien that was placed on Graceland. This is a guess, but she maneuvered herself into a position of power. We obviously know that the will had been altered so that she could be a co-executor. Again, some people don't agree, some people do agree, but in some ways, I think Vernon didn't really have a choice. It was Lisa's mum. I mean, I know that legally, within the will, Vernon, it was up to Vernon what he decided. But you can't take away the fact Priscilla was Lisa's parent. Who was going to look out for Lisa the most? Yeah. So as soon as she maneuvers herself into a position of power, she can basically do what she wants. Yeah. Remember, Lisa's just a child. Yeah. So this is all about opportunity. This is a typical entrepreneur that is looking for an opening to make easy money. This is what happened here. But for the storyline to work, yeah, for the storyline to work, that she saved the day, that it was her idea, she has to say this thing of, oh, I love Elvis and I'm going to preserve this and preserve that and save this and save. She has to do the whole, oh, the museum was my idea, blah, blah. She has to do that. There's a narrative that the world is being told, yeah, about how she is the reason Elvis is remembered and how she has dedicated her life to making sure Elvis is remembered. It's complete bullshit. She has nothing to do with it. She's not the reason Elvis is remembered. The fans are the reason. Elvis being a great singer, person. It's Elvis and the fans that have preserved Graceland, that have saved Graceland, that have made the Living Museum a massive success. Not Priscilla. You take Priscilla out of the picture, it would have made no difference. The only difference would be if you, by taking, this is what's happened with Priscilla. She has grabbed all the money. So there's been a massive amount of money made through the success of the Living Museum. She has grabbed an absolute fortune of it, just in my opinion, for entertainment purposes. Yeah, not a fact, I have to say, it's just an opinion. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying, guys. This is mass manipulation of the general public. The general public, not the Elvis fans. The general public who are not Elvis fans. This is a scam, a massive scam. And people still believe it today, even now today.
And here we are today, and he's still here with us today. And he was the right person. Well,
of course he was the right person. He was drawing up all the plans and dealing with Memphis City with Morgan Maxfield, who died. Yeah, of course he was. There was not a big search. He was right there in the office with Morgan Maxfield, drawing up all the plans, making this happen with Memphis City. So there was no search.
I feel blessed in that.
I remember might have been one of the very first.
Now, before Jack does his little speech, I just want you guys to know, Jack has had a very, very, very successful life because of Graceland. I'm sure he would have done fine anyway because he's a clever man. Now, I'm not against Jack. But my attitude to Jack is that you saw this massive money-making opportunity with Priscilla and you ran with it. This is how I see it. This is a partnership to make money. It's never been about Elvis and preserving Elvis's legacy. Now, the preserving of Elvis's legacy is a side issue. Oh, we have to do that to get the money. We have to act like we love Elvis and we're trying to do this for Elvis and for Lisa to make money. But the main thing here is a partnership to make a lot of money. This is what was happening here.
But in a meeting in the big conference room at the Glankler firm, and everybody was there. Yeah, I think you were there, Joe was there, Jim from the bank.
Those
and
are
then
the other two executives.
The other two executors. But Frank Glankler, that was such a character, and Mac Webber, he was a rights lawyer. In other words, there were like a room full of like 20 lawyers and accountants and everything else with the clock burning, and basically Priscilla was you were just this single voice going, no. They were all, their aggregate opinion was the smart fiduciary thing to do is sell everything, invest the money, and etc. And
I'm sorry, I just don't believe that. Jack's saying this, he's going along with the story. Jack, I don't mean to call you a liar, but I think it's bullshit. They were never going to sell it and break it up. It was never going to happen. Memphis City were always going to preserve it. I don't care what anyone tells me.
Priscilla was just going, no, we're not doing that. And
we're not selling Graceland.
Yeah.
Today we're going to Puxton Park, yeah? They're going out today with their mummy, aren't you? You looking forward to it? No, don't put that on there. You looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Good boy. Can't wait. So, did you have a nice sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you dream about Daddy?
No,
What did you dream about?
I didn't have any dreams.
You didn't have any dreams? No? You didn't dream about cars or toys?
No, I only dreamed about football camp with the ball and the goal.
He dreamed about football and Ken is a doll, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when's your birthday?
Maybe first.
May the 3rd be with you.
So when's my car's gonna come?
Oh, right, yeah. Joanne said she's going to send you a card. Okay, it's going to come soon. Don't worry. Right.
Also, 4 days is my birthday.
4 days is his birthday. It's true. He's having a big party, aren't you? You've invited your whole class, haven't you? You're a lucky boy. Right. So let's have a look. Also.
I'm watching that.
What is that called?
I don't know.
All right. It looks good to me. Right, I'm just going to play 1 more minute of this and then I'm going to go finish, okay?
Actually, 7 minutes.
7 minutes, yeah. And then I'm going to go, okay? Thank you.
And it was...
See you later.
And it laid the groundwork, frankly. Think what a disaster in retrospect. In retrospect.
So just jumping in here. So do you see what this is? I don't believe any of this. This is like, oh yeah, you know, if Priscilla hadn't have disagreed with the selling of Gracelands, it all would have been broken up, sold up. They would have even peeled the wallpaper off the walls and it would have disappeared and Elvis would have been forgotten. It's bullshit. It is bullshit. This is crap, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes.
It would have been so sad.
Yeah, it would never meant to be. And I kept thinking in myself, my God, what would Elvis do if he knew that Graceland was going to be sold or, you know, it wouldn't be passed on to his daughter. It was like all that was going in my mind. And I think that was when I really looked at them as lawyers and accountants. And they're thinking money, of course, and I understand that. But I'm thinking entirely different. You know, this was a home, a beautiful home, and it was never going to happen. It was never going to be sold, ever, ever.
I'm going to end it there because I've got to go and sort out Tina. But guys, does anyone fall for that? Does anyone fall for that? They, you know, the lawyers were thinking money. You know, of course, I don't blame them. We know it was Priscilla that was thinking money. Right, guys, I'm going to come back. I've got to sort Tina out. Yasmin's going to wake up now. We're going to do a part 2 of this. We are going to spend the day defending Elvis, and we are going to discuss. We're going to carry on watching this video of lies, in my opinion. But we are going to spend the day exposing that it's wrong that this book, the new Elvis and Me book, part 2, Softly As I Leave You, it's wrong that it's happening. We are going to spend the day doing live streams saying that the fans are outraged that this book has been written. Because don't forget, Priscilla has said it has been written. The book is finished. Okay, guys, I'll be back. Just a little morning video for you guys. I'll be back. I am going to let everyone know when I come back. Okay, shouldn't be that long, maybe half an hour. Take care, guys.